Well, here we are. So, I don't know if this video is gonna come as a little bit unusual for you guys because I don't normally do any sit-down talk videos, with the exception of some rants before. And that's all fun and games. Even the Genshin podcast is sort of like, you know, it's all for fun, right? It's all like just to laugh a bit and stuff like that. And I guess this video is a little bit like that too. Today we're going to be talking about the state of Genshin Impact, and more specifically I'm talking about the state of the player base and how it has evolved over the 3 to almost 4 years of the game. Now obviously we all have experienced a good amount of the community. If you're someone who is actively in my channel, you'll know that I do a lot of like gacha game content, and I thoroughly enjoy them. I love them so much, but I also have interacted with some parts of the community that have not been the most pleasant, if you will. And that, unfortunately, has become worse and worse up until this point. And I just wanted to make a quick video to sort of give my 2 cents on it, even though I'm not really anyone that is significant in the community. But I am at least one of the people in the community. And I think that with recent events, it warranted a discussion, I hope, about what happened. Now, all of you probably at this point have heard of Natlan's drama with the skin color and representation, which is going to be the main topic of today's video. I'm not someone who has ever been really bothered, like as in extremely bothered by stuff like this. I would say that representation is indeed very important in terms of the real world, you know, looking at laws that maybe are prejudiced against certain groups of people, or even governments and some citizens who may be prejudiced against a certain type of people. Like, that's all like fine and well, right? We need to get rid of that sort of prejudice against different types of people purely because of their race or skin color. And yeah, that's amazing, right? But when we take that and we put it into a video game space, I think it does change a little bit. Now, for those of you who don't know, and for those of you who just need a little catch up, basically, when Genshin Impact sort of sent out the teasers for characters that are upcoming in Natlan, like the Pyroarchon, like Kanich, like a lot of other people who are supposedly native to Natlan, which is mainly inspired by areas of people with color. And this is where it gets tricky, because from the start of the game, right, Genshin has never clearly stated that a certain region is based on a real one in like real life. And although that's not really like a justification in any way of what they're doing, it sort of brings a new perspective as to why we sort of expect Genshin or Hoyoverse to have different skin tone and representation when, number one, they never clearly stated which region is based on which region, and number two, it's a Chinese company. Being Chinese myself, I grew up to the knowledge that no matter how long it's been in the maybe in the United States or maybe some more like progressive areas, China remains to be a sort of traditional, or some may call it closed off state. And unfortunately, I don't think that it is in the company's mind to always have progressive representation in their games. On the other hand, you could say that, you know, like, representation is really like important. We need to advocate for this, and by all means, advocate for it. You know, you can speak up on it, you can make posts about it, but the reason I'm even making this video or talking about this is because I've seen the lengths as to people go to prove their point. And this, I feel like, is something that is going to be a little sensitive to discuss, because there have been rumors of people doxing employees from Hoyoverse. There have been rumors of people attacking voice actors of the characters in Natlan. And without going into too much detail, I just want to say that that is just not okay. I don't think that if a company is unwilling to give a skin tone / race representation, that their employees just deserve to be attacked in that way. And I think this community has gotten to the point where it's become toxic and violent. And obviously this is not the majority. I know everyone watching is probably very normal people who just want to enjoy the game. And like, we're all here for the fun and games and the memes that I put into the videos, right? That of course is amazing. But part of the community who is committed to just enjoying the game as it is, and of course when you're unhappy about something, voice it, but voice it in a respectful manner that doesn't harm other people unfairly. That's the majority of people. We're talking about the minority of people who are making this a bigger deal than it should be. And I really am sad about it. Like, despite all the joking, the yelling I do in my videos, and like, by the way, thank you all for the recent support and everything, but jokes aside, I'm disappointed in the community, to say the least. And I really hope that once more of us speak up about this, saying that it's okay to say that you're disappointed, it's okay to advocate for change, but do it in a manner that doesn't harm anybody and doesn't violate any laws. Like, that is what I'm thinking, and I really hope to get this message out there. And I know that this is not something that I should be getting into too much detail about, because the more detail you get into, the more complicated it gets. But long story short, I just hope that we can all be respectful of each other's opinions, and I really hope that we can reduce the amount of toxicity and attacks in the community, because it's been way too much. If you've ever been on X or Twitter, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, and thanks for stopping by to listen to me rant and yap for a couple minutes now. Subscribe.